Hello, everybody. It's Mr. Fetch. Going to be doing the read aloud for chapter 2 and then 3 and 4. So it might be a few screencastifies. This is the last story of the orphan trains. This story is about William, and he is from Ireland. And what a painful, painful thing for his dad to say goodbye to him in the harbor of New York, and his dad not being able to go there, nor his younger brother. So imagine how William must have felt, scared, alone, so forth. And of course, all he can rely is upon his Shane. So chapter 2, stay here, I'll be back, Shane demanded, shooing William into the back of a crate. The crate was nestled behind a heap of trash in the back of an alley. It was where they would be sleeping tonight. Shane had never left William alone, and the whole situation was making William feel nervous. But where are you going? Don't worry about where I'm going. Just stay in that box and don't get out until I come back. Shane yelled at him as he walked away. That had been hours ago, when it had just begun to get dark. Now it was pitch black and Shane was not back. William huddled in the back of the crate and shivered in the cool night air. The sounds of the noisy city around him surrounded him and kept him from falling asleep. He was scared and alone. He was about to cry when he remembered the last thing his father had said to him. Trust in God, honor your country, Irish strong. He was repeating that mantra when he heard footsteps coming in his direction. Closer, closer, closer. Suddenly, something grabbed his foot and he cried out, Shh, it's just me. Move over and make some room. Shane? Yeah, it's Shane. Who else would it be? Now go to sleep. Shane, I'm hungry, William quietly whined. I can give you a knuckle sandwich, or you can go to sleep, Shane responded gruffly. William tucked himself down into the crate, wondering when Shane had gotten so mean. He was always nice on the boat, making up games to keep him occupied. He agreed to help William with his dad when his dad got sick. He comforted William and until this point had taken good care of him. But something seemed different tonight. Now that Shane was back, though, William wasn't so scared, and it was a bit warmer with the two of them tucked in the box. He was finally able to fall asleep. In the morning, William awoke with a sore neck and an empty belly. His stomach grumbled loudly, so he nudged Shane awake and picked up where last night's conversation left off. Shane, I'm hungry. Well, what do you want me to do about it? Shane answered grouchily. Let's use some of Dad's money to buy some breakfast. We can't. It's all gone, Shane said softly, his voice changing from mean to ashamed. We can't. It's all gone. Gone? We spent it already? William asked, confused. No, I lost it gambling last night, Shane said so softly it almost came out as a whisper. Shane, my dad trusted you, William yelled. I know, I screwed up, okay? But we've been wandering the streets for 3 days with no place to stay and no work together. I thought if I won a little money, we could pay to stay at a boarding house and I could leave you there while I worked. But I lost. So now what are we going to do? I don't know. Shane, I'm still hungry. I know, kid. Me too. They crawled out of the box, dusted themselves off, and walked together out of the alley. Even though it was early, the streets were already busy with vendors. That was a word we had before. Getting their carts ready for the day's customers. The delicious smell of the food being sold made the boys' mouths water. Hey, I got an idea, Shane said, pulling William off the side of the street. Here's my plan, he said, whispering into William's ear. Are you sure? William asked after hearing the plan. Are you hungry or not? William was still angry at Shane for losing his dad's money, and he didn't really trust that this was a good plan, but he didn't know what else to do. Yes, William finally agreed, ready to do almost anything to get some food. All right then, get going, Shane said, shoving him forward. William stumbled into the street, walked nervously over to a pastry cart. When he got near the front of the cart, he pretended to trip and threw himself in front of the vendor's feet. He was so nervous and overwhelmed that the tears came easily. As he made a fuss, the cart vendor bent to help him up and check for injuries. Then Shane snuck up from the back of the cart and snatched 2 pastries. Within minutes, the vendor had William back up on his feet and was on his way.